On September 27, 1985, a family living in Hanyuking, Hedong District, Trenchon, called the police, saying that they often saw scary things and heard strange noises. The matter was very serious. The hostess of the family, Liu Huixian, had been hospitalized for mental illness. After the police investigation, it was found that since March this year, Liu Huixian and her husband Zhou Kun were often awakened by the sound of banging outside the wall in the middle of the night. They lived in a bungalow, and there was a public toilet behind the wall where the sound came from. At first, they suspected that someone was deliberately making trouble. Zhou Kun once stood outside the public toilet with his neighbors to check whether someone was really playing a prank. But the sound still appeared. There was no sign of human intervention, and it became louder and louder. Just the night before the police were called, Zhou Kun shouted for help. The neighbors were awakened by the sound and quickly ran into his house. At that time, a total of 4 people entered the house, 3 men and 1 woman. They all claimed that they saw a crack in the wall by itself, and it seemed that someone on the other side of the wall was chiseling the wall hard. And it was unknown from where a large amount of feces flowed into the ground, and the stench was overwhelming. People checked the public toilet and found no one there. When they came back, Liu Huixian sat on the ground and screamed, saying that she saw a ghost. After about 3 minutes, almost everyone saw that there was a woman standing on the cracked wall, blurry and sometimes invisible. The next day, Liu Huixian began to talk nonsense due to mental stimulation and was sent to a mental hospital. The police sent people to check. There was nothing during the day. At night, they first heard a banging sound, and then there was a female figure. Even the police saw it. Later, people from the whole village came to see it, and basically everyone could see it. Then 5 days later, the police decided to break the wall open. After breaking it open, they found that there was a layer between the wall of this family and the wall of the toilet with more than 20 urns hidden inside, and there were rat holes in the wall, and the feces from the toilet flowed into the layer. There were no photos or names on these urns, only the address of the Tianjin East Suburb Crematorium was written on it. After the urns were taken away, there was no sound or figure. The police later investigated the origin of the ashes and found that the previous owner of the house was Liu Gilin, who was in his 50s and used to be a worker at the East Suburbs Crematorium. He disappeared for years ago after selling the house to Zhou Kun. No one saw him alive or dead, and none of his relatives and friends knew his whereabouts. And what they couldn't figure out was why he built so many nameless urns in the mezzanine between 2 walls.